that you have it. I think we throw away a lot of our stuff that are actually I call them documents because we have a tendency to, oh, she got all those old obituaries and all old programs and church stuff. Well, we don't need all that. And they start tossing everything. That's our history. Because when you begin to research Black African Americans, we find that there are missing documents. There are a lot of records that are not really there. So we have to use what we have. And so I have a tendency through the years, I've gone to the library where they have been very receptive. I can say the main library is one of the places that I tell everybody anywhere across the country that that's where they need to go for Memphis, for genealogy, for history, for resources. It's because they are knowledgeable people. So that I won't delay everything by talking, I'm going to introduce you to two ladies who are going to be of help to us tonight as we discuss the digital obituary collection. We have Miss Bunny Pinkston, who is a librarian. And I'm gonna throw my little tidbit in about her. I'm so excited because her father was my dentist back in the day, and I didn't know it until we were talking, and I realized I said, "Well, can you to Dr. Pinkston?" So and then Green Fort Pinkston, who's in Cordova history, a farmer that had a lot of land. So she's in the history. Then we have Miss Virginia Hunt, who went to Melrose Haiku School, the best school in Memphis. Now, hush, Karen. Nope, nope, nothing, Karen, nothing. She went to Central. But so we will say that. But what I discovered just the other night about Virginia that I didn't know, Virginia has relatives in Fayette County, but Glenda Faye told me that Virginia grew up in Annisdale on Seattle Street. I had no idea. I really did not know. And so you learn things. So, but as a public service supervisor, she's there keeping everything going smoothly, and she's there being very helpful. Both ladies are proficient in research and in study and reference. So I'm gonna let them tell anything else they want to tell about themselves. But at this time, Bunny or Virginia, get started for us.
All right, good evening to everyone out there. Give you a little background on this. Teresa, in doing her research, had come across a library that had put up funeral programs online. And she said, y'all need to do this also. And about that same time, Bunny was doing her research, and she kept showing me these libraries that had their funeral programs up online. Fast forward several years, because it's been a slow process for us to try to get this done. And one of the concerns at first was, will we have anybody that's going to be able to scan and digitize this for us? And then the second problem was going to be, will we have enough space to accommodate this on our webpage? So now we are at the point where we have digitized over 500 funeral programs.
700.
Oh, excuse me, 700. And what we're waiting on now is for the person that's going to put the information up on our page to look at the way that we have digitized the material and the way that we set up the spreadsheet as far as how the metadata is going to be placed on our site. And in this process, Teresa's been hitting it, punching me, where are we? Because we want to help do this. And so we're to the point now that we might not extend it to the public yet, but as to the group who's going to help us digitize this, we're able to take in more programs or help you do it on your own if you have access to it. So what we're going to present tonight is to show you a little bit of how the process that we go about digitizing our programs, and you kind of see what we have. And hopefully, before the summer is over, we will have the first set up for the public to view. And then we can extend out to the public to bring in what they have.
Mhm.
And set up times for you all to come in, or if you want to do your own and do it from home, that you can do it that way. So I'm gonna let Bunny do this second part of this. Okay. Oh, will we be able to share screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well, first, I want to thank you, Teresa, for this program and also for helping us, inspiring us to do the funeral program project. I think it is very important, especially for African Americans who are doing research from genealogy. So for the people who are coming in, I put together just a little demo about what to expect if you decide to donate your programs, or if not donate them. If you want to just come in and bring your programs, digitize them, and you don't want to give them away, but you want to contribute your funeral programs. So I'm going to try to click on this and see if we can get this shared.
And it has been a very interesting process. We started off collecting from staff members who had family members that passed away. And we kind of put out the call to the staff, and they responded. And then we had people like Teresa, who graciously, she didn't let us scan all of hers. She said she wanted to save some so that she could do some herself. But we did the most of hers, though. And then we have a volunteer that comes in a couple of days and scan the programs for us. One of the problems, like I said, our stuff is slow, so scanning takes a little longer on some of it because it does where the computers themselves don't.
The nerve to scare you.
Okay. Now you have to find the document there. Put it in.
I don't even know where I can find it on this.
It said on this computer, so go up on the. And none of us are tech savvy here.
Not with Apple. I mean, if another,
Yeah.
I'm not with Apple. All right. Here we are.
There it is. Open. Now it should take it a second to load up, and then it'll be there.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye out on it. I'm keeping an eye
Okay.
out.
Yeah, because it's definitely slow. It's over here turning.
You think an Apple would be quicker?
And that was PayPal, and that was Biden, not Trump. Yeah.
Anyway, we can talk about this process until it.
Yeah.
The biggest problem we had was the person that puts it up that's going to put it up, that works here, has very specific ways she likes her metadata put in. And if you've ever been to our webpage and been on Dig, you have the capability of searching with keyword, or if you got the correct the original title, you can do it by there. So she had this set the spreadsheet up for this, where we could always search by date of death, person's name, and she even had it put in there where we did
Could we
last name,
couldn't find the link for the PowerPoint presentation? Link won't be included when you. How we-
but that was it. That wasn't it.
So I just used this program as an example of what we've have scanned so far within our project. And this is why we thought funeral program preservation is important. Number one, digitizing programs helps us preserve hard copy mementos long term. And it also helps future genealogists find information. When you open up a program, it not only has information about the birth and the death, but also their grandparents, their parents, their siblings, their children, if they had children, and also provides documentation for people in the community. And what I mean by that is, in a funeral program, it adds so much more information, the churches they attended, the schools they went to, or maybe some of their interests, their hobbies. So that's all important when you're trying to find information or history about a particular person. So if you decide to come in and digitize your own funeral programs, these are going to be the steps that you're going to take in funeral programs. So this is the material that you work with. It's an external hard drive. We have those here, a laptop or a computer, and of course, a scanner.
Slow computer though.
So a lot of different steps. So the first thing we're going to do is create folders on your PC or your laptop. And the first folder, if you see here, these are people who donated programs to our project. We named the folder after the person who donated, a set of folders. And Teresa, if you see, we have a folder for you. But this is what we do. We click on the top, create a folder on the computer. And I'm using my name. I don't know if you see it, but it's over here on that side right here where I'm typing my name.
Oh.
Yeah, it's over there. So just using that as an example. So the second folder, you're going to click open that folder and you're going to create another folder for the particular funeral program. And it's going to have a digital file format. And in that digital file name format, it's going to look like this: your year, your month, your day, the funeral program, first name and last name. So that's the date of death. And in this case, it was 1996, January 8th. The initials of the collection, which is FP, funeral program, and first and last name of the deceased. And in the end, it's going to look like this for Ann Simpson. So I'm just going to show you a little demo. I opened up the folder and I'm creating the digital file name. 1996 01 08 underscore FP underscore and Ann Simpson. And of course, when you come in, if you just, we'll go over this with you. You don't have to remember today how to do this, but this is just showing you how we do it. So of course you open the scanner app, and this is what it looks like on our computer. We use Epson Scanner. As you see, the app is opening up. And you want to make sure the settings are correct. We'll have the setting arrangements to let you know, to remind you. We usually use 400 DPI. We keep it at professional mode because it gives the best imaging. So of course you place on the scanner and you place scan. So that's me putting it right there in the corner, and you close it down. And then you save the image to the folder. And this is going to have a different digital file name than the one we just created. So in that image file name, it's going to have your current date, which is 2024, the month. If it was today, it would be the 5th and the day. Underscore your initials because it's you who's doing the digitizing. So you want to put your initials there. And in this case, the first name and last name of the deceased, because you're still naming the program that you're digitizing. And here's an example of me digitizing Ann Simpson's funeral program. And so this is an example of what it's going to look like when you're here. And you also want to watch spelling, which I didn't do right there, but and also keep start the number at 1 because it's the first scan of that particular program. And right here, I'm finding the digital file name where I'm going to save the program. So be sure to edit the program in your photo editor. And this is an app that you will find on the computer. We like to get the white space out so we can just have the cropped image of the program. Of course, we'll be here to help anybody with that process as well. And see how much nicer it looks that way.
Mm-hmm.
And once we do all the pages, this is what it will look like within that folder. And I wanted to show you another example. Everybody knows Roberta Church. We try to get the most important information. Sometimes the programs can have a lot of different pages, but we want to capture the most important, which would be the first page, the obituary, of course, which has, like I said, the life history of a person. You also want to capture the order of service. There's information there of people who might have made remarks that were important. Then also the last page, the pallbearers, the cemetery, the funeral home who might have took care of the service, which was T.H. Hayes and Sons Funeral Home. All that's information that people might find important when they are researching their ancestors. The next phase is entering all this metadata in the database. This is important because these are search terms that if people are going to go online and they're searching for a person, they're going to search by different ways, either by the names, they might search by the city of where they might have been born, or the funeral home. They might search by the state. But we also want in the database who donated the programs, who digitized the programs, and whether they can find the hard copy here or if it's just digital only.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the different metadata fields. Mind you, all funeral programs do not have all the information in there. Sometimes they don't have birth dates. Sometimes they don't have the date of death. They might have the date of the funeral, but we want the date of death. You have funeral home information, cemeteries, but sometimes all of it's not there. And if it's not there, that's okay. You try to put as much information or metadata in there as possible, because any information is good information. And of course, this is community. One thing I wanted to mention are notes. What we don't have listed in the metadata, there might be something in that program you might find that's important for someone to search, like a fraternity or a church program or a organization they belong to. And we don't have that particular metadata field. So you might want to put that in the notes. It's not necessary, but it might be helpful for somebody who's doing a search for their ancestors. And this is what we've been doing so far. I wanted you all to see how much we've been digitizing. These are all funeral programs, and there's more. I mean, this is just a little screenshot of people that we've digitized, funeral programs that we digitized. So just wanted to encourage everyone that this is a very important project. It's going to be excellent for people who are researching the history of Shelby County residents. And if you'd like to support our program, you contact us. And you have our contact information. Our phone number is 415-2742, or you can email us. Someone's always going to be here. You can come up to our front desk and say we'd like to donate these programs, or if you don't want to just give us the program, but you want us to digitize them, we can make arrangements that way too. If you can't digitize them yourself, we'll be happy to digitize them for you. But there's all kinds of ways that we can work with you on this project. And I think it's very important. We're over 700 now. Thanks, Teresa. Thank you very much. And I'd like us to rival the other funeral program projects that we've seen on other cities in Atlanta. I've seen some in Texas. I've seen in Tennessee State Archives. I want to get past them. I want us to, bulldoze them out the way. So if you know anybody, and I know your team is willing to work with us, we're looking forward to working with you. And if there's any questions,
I like to say, if your members want to do their own, if they will do their digitalization and do we want a flash drive or external drive?
I think it'd be all right for a flash drive.
If they, and then just give us the flash drive, as long as they have all the pertinent information that we need to input in for metadata, that's acceptable also. I know some of your members might work, and it's the only time that they could come in would, say, be on the weekend or in the evenings. If they let us know that, then we can be sure that the scanner is available when they get ready to come in. Or like Bonnie said, if somebody just dropped off their notebook and we gave it back to them once we got through with it. So you could do it that way also.
Yes. But let me ask this question then. What about, we have people like Diane's in California, Karen's in Pennsylvania, we have members who are in other states. So if they want to be a part of this process, again, it would be simply them scanning it, basically like you showed us to scan. But can they email it to you, or you prefer it on a jump drive? That's what I'm wanting to know.
I'm not sure about that.
I would prefer the jump drive, simply for the fact that I know here at work, after sending it to our emails here, it's gonna knock it out, saying that the files are too large.
Oh, okay.
So, but if they would send us the jump drive and let us know that we need to send it back to them, that would be acceptable. Okay.
Anybody else would, especially Karen or Diane, some of you out of towners, what do you all think about that idea? Would that help you?
That would help me, definitely. I could see.
Quick question. I'm not an out of towner. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm not an out of towner, but if let's just say Dr. Karen were to make a JPEG and then you put it in a PDF form. Is that something that she can do?
We want it in JPEG.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but the file might not be too big if it's in JPEG. And then so you would be putting it in PDF form. The file becomes big when you put it in the PDF form.
We're not scanning in the PDF though. We're scanning JPEG or TIFF. I'm just when I said that the file might be too large, if it was more than one.
When you start adding up all the ones that you're going to have on your jump drive, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm suggesting that if for those of us in the genealogy group, we could use our PO box. You know, everybody send it out. You know, if they send a jump drive, send it to the PO box. Let me know that it's going to be there, and I can pick it up. You know, because that way it would be, you know, there at the post office in the box. So that way I could just go get it and then take it to the library and get it back if you want it back. But I'm thinking that for the most part, would you really want your jump drive back, or you want to say that if keep it on the? Well, I mean, you speak for yourself, but do you really want it back, or?
I would not need mine back. I would save it, you know, in 2 places and a few places. So I would just buy a designated jump drive for.
That's what I was thinking, that maybe that would be simpler that way. And I'm thinking it would be simple to have just a PO box for odds if you mail it there. Then, you know, so if several people send them, then I can just get them out at one time, and then we go on and, you know, mail them. I mean, I take them on over to the library so they can work on them. But I'm expecting to have some thousands. I'm ready to beat up on some more people. I've been talking to people, and they said they have them, so I'm ready. But what we're going to have a date where we will come out there in person, and we still can have some of you, you know, out of town members online while we're talking about it, and some of us scanning, some of whatever, talking about different things. So we can work this out, because I would love to have like, but how many scanners do you have available, Virginia, if we decided to come to in person? How many scanners would you have available?
Well, I would those 2 back here, and there's one in the processing room.
So there would be 3. Okay.
It'd be 3.
So time then, maybe we would talk to you about a date when we could come out and start, you know, to really get it jump started some more, get it going again, and then those who are out of town can do something. Diane, you go ahead. I'm sorry. You know, I'll keep talking.
What if I invite you to my Google Drive? I have obituaries on my Google Drive.
Really?
We should pull those off.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you send us we should be able to pull those off from at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You might try sending a test tool. Send them. Can you send them one right now while we on?
Let me.
If you can, if you can't, don't worry about it. I'm just thinking if somebody had one, I might have one in my Google Drive. I just would love to see, you know, how that looked when it went to them, you know, because
let me go.
Is that a JPEG though, or is that more like a PDF?
JPEG.
It's yeah.
It's JPEG.
I'm saying JPEG. I probably have some both ways.
Okay. Because I know I have them somewhere everywhere in my email.
Not access to Google Drive on here.
My telephone.
Yeah, because I can get into my
Google.
Okay. I can get into Google on here. How do we figure out how to get out of here?
Stop share.
Okay, yeah.
So you want to stop sharing, you saying?
If anyone doesn't have any other questions, I can come out.
Get how to donate?
Yeah.
But I'm going to make sure you have our Oggs Memphis post office box too. So that way, if you want, especially if you're going to do the jump drive version, then I could get it. Because that way it would be in the mail at the post office and not in somebody's mailbox with somebody thinking they're getting something exciting. Have is your obituary. So
I don't even see them. I don't know. It was a couple of years ago that I did it. I hope I didn't take them off, but I do have some on another drive. I'm going to look and see if I can maybe send you one.
Okay, well, then while you're doing that, we have a guest, Tina Davy. Would you please unmute and tell us who you are and where you're from? If she's still there. Tina? I talked to her earlier. She said,
I am still here. I'm so sorry.
Still
I was thinking about my dog for
okay.
for a second. But yes, I am a part of the OGS in Arkansas. And
Okay.
my interest is I recently found out that I have relatives in the Arlington and Brunswick area. So,
Oh, what's the last?
so the last name would be Brown, Johnson, and what else? Those are the only two names that I can think of right now.
Okay.
But yeah, but my paternal, fourth great grandmother was born in that area. So
That's good. Then that's good. And that's the whole thing about it, is that it will be very helpful for those who are searching, because there are people who have obituaries who will not turn them over to anybody, who won't get rid of them, but they will probably allow you to scan it or get it to the library and get copies and bring it back. So I think we'll be able to do well with this. Did you find something, Diane?
I found something here. Let's see. PDF. I'm going to share. Who should I share it with?
You have your
I need to copy the link to. I guess that's what I need to copy the link to it. No, that just.
You want to send it to Karen maybe then, and that way she can see what she can do with it.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to share with Karen. So Karen, what is your?
It's in the chat, in it. Hey, Basky.
Oh, in the chat. Okay, I was going to
chat.
From my drive. I was hoping I could send an email to invite you to the drive. Now I'm able to copy a link. So let me copy the link and then put it in there and see if that works.
Well, maybe you should send it to
Regina.
Yeah, because they're the ones who need to see
if they can get it
able
right.
to open it. Yeah.
I was just waiting so we can see it too. This
let me see if I'm able to put it in the
no, but this screen
in the chat first.
Get out of there.
Okay.
Let's see how to get into chat. Let's see. Go back.
Yeah, you should be able
Down
to
at the bottom and
share it.
more chat. Let's see.
It says more. Maybe if you don't see it down there, look on the more.
Okay, I just sent
something.
Okay. Yes. Yes, your link is in the chat. So it is in the chat.
Okay.
And try it.
You can pause so I can get to my screen.
Yeah. So is that an acceptable way to send things?
I can't get the mouse thing.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
I needed to see the chat so I could, come on out. So
I'll let you get it.
Okay.
I have them all scattered around, so I'll have to gather them all in one folder.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can give a link to that folder.
Now I lost the.
Yeah, it'll take me a minute to do that.
Okay.
I have more than a minute. Wow.
But just can just do one. You don't have to worry about doing that, all that. I'm just trying to see what.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I needed to go to the chat to see her link.
And so if that works, then okay.
Click on chat again.
I think you need to grant access to the document.
I do. Well, let me go back. I was trying to see how to do that. Let me go back.
Yeah, I think it's still in like owner
let's see.
or something like that.
I don't want to rename it. I want to grant access. So let's see. I have open with download, rename, make a copy, share. Okay, so now share. I'm going to click share and add people. So I guess I would put your email address, maybe. Give me your email address.
I'm gonna put my let me put it down here in the chat. So
okay, and I'll copy and paste it in here.
Which one should I do? My Google or the library?
Your Google.
Okay.
Gmail.com, okay. RHUN@gmail.com. Okay. Here it is. Okay, so you should have it. Access updated.
Okay. Let me go back and get in my account here. I want that. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so it works.
It worked. I got it. Okay.
So, but
That
will this, so is that JPEG or will you have to make it JPEG?
That's a PDF.
It's a PDF, but it shouldn't be any problem to
Convert it.
convert it
Yeah,
to,
just save it as a,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah. Uh-huh. So that works also.
okay.
Well, good.
Okay.
That way we can know which different ways that a person could do it if they wanted to send some.
Yeah. Okay. And then only thing, okay. So it works.
Okay.
It just is with that. So in this instance, we would up on the digitized by, we would probably see two names: the person that sent it
Mhm.
and the one that's gonna convert it to this
PDF.
no,
I mean to
to
JPEG.
JPEG. Uh-huh. But it would be up on the um up under your name as the donor.
Mhm.
Okay.
And if you had more than one that you sent, then it would be your name would be shown as the collection.
Oh, okay.
Like that. Because some people might, I think some people would, if they know, I'm using Teresa as an example, they might search by Teresa Mays
Mhm.
to see the ones in her collection. So instead of maybe the name of the deceased, they might not know that for sure, but they know Teresa has a collection of funeral programs, so that they would search by her, and that you would be able to pull up all of those in her collection online.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna get Lashana to bring her. She has binders like me. She has like 3 big binders, I know, and a little bit better because she has hers by name indexed and everything, and years too, I believe. But that would be good. I think this is going to be exciting for us to get it and get it in there, and then get it out for people to know that it's available. You know, because as an organization, you want to be a benefit to the community. That when that's something, so they can see something tangible that we have done. You know, to enhance the research for genealogy and stuff. So we're leaving our footprint. You know, so to speak. So I'm just excited about the idea. I love it. I think I'm ready to see what everybody else got, stuff that maybe somebody I've been looking for, you know. So that's going to be exciting.
And so she is from Arkansas. So will it be separated by state or searchable by state, or?
It will.
It won't be separated by a state. It's going to be searchable.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you can search it if you decide to search by state.
Okay.
But we won't divide the funeral programs in the digital program collection.
Considering about location of death.
You can search by death, date, you can search by, but we won't separate the programs.
No, but what I'm saying though, in the metadata, there is a thing about where the death took place. So if the person knows it was Arkansas, you can put
Yeah.
Arkansas in the keyword search that way.
Yeah.
And it'll pull up that way.
That's good, because I was thinking like Sharonda has family in Arkansas, and so so I'm just that's good to know that you want to be able to check search whatever, because some of the ones I gave you were from different cities too. Some I've gotten from other people. I've got an accumulation of ones different counties around here. So and I have a whole bunch more. I've got a stack I'm getting ready to put into a binder so I can bring it up, and then get with the group and see when they want to try to do it in person. Maybe one Saturday, we can do it. But I'm thinking this is going to be exciting. What are you guys thinking about it?
It'll be really helpful. I know that if everybody could do it.
Mm-hmm. Do most of you have obituaries?
Yes, and my grandmother had a whole bunch of obituaries that were not from our family, and I've been trying to figure out what I should do with it. So this may be the opportunity for me to do that.
And that's a good idea, because I have some that I don't know where they came from either, and I'm going to submit them. If anything that I have, if I've got them, somewhere, my son may have brought them here. So I think some of his friends' mothers or sisters or somebody, died, and I have them here, and I don't like to get rid of anything, so I have some that go way back, and then I have some accumulated through the years. So I have some of everybody's obituaries, and so I'm going to get busy. Like I said, I'm working on that third big binder right now, because I've got the sleeves and I've got everything there. So, and I'll bring it for you guys. Look, bring it for you guys to work on it. And I still have some more. So I'll have some.
When you bring it in the next one, you can pick up the second one.
Okay.
We got through with it.
Now, do you mind? Can you show a hint so I can see what it looks like that folder? Can we see the folder?
Okay, we got to change seats. Hold on.
Just once they scanned it, what it's kind of looking like. That's all. I'm just curious.
I remember how to get to that. How to get to that flash drive from here. Right here. Okay. Shared elements. That's what it was. Teresa Mays. Here we go. Now we got to share it with you. So I'm going to show you.
Now, I don't know how he shared that. Y'all on your own.
Yeah, I don't know how to share it though. It's right here too in front of me.
Are you wanting to share your screen again? Well, you're still sharing your screen, but you can probably double click it and just make it larger.
Okay.
On the picture, on the image that you want to try and see what happens.
Yeah, you can even enlarge that, the green, yes. And then
is it, are you seeing it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's it.
And now go to the person up there and click on it and see what it does.
Click on one.
Okay, so let me go to this. So
yeah, it's an old one there.
Yeah.
77 or something, and I've got some back further. So yeah, that's going to be nice. I think that we could look for, because
I've got a arrow thing, but I don't see it.
Yeah. And of course, some of those things, I guess if I had scanned it, I probably would have tried to get some of the stain out of it and stuff. But anyway, you got it.
The information is what's important.
That's what's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to look nice, and I've got to do that. I'm trying to think.
You want to click on any other one?
Another one.
Okay. Is anyone? Yeah, ran okay.
I mean, I can't. Well, yes, if I take it up there, view option, I can make it bigger. Can zoom and go to the center. You can see it better. Now,
You see that?
yeah, that's Kathy Brightman's father. Yeah. So, yes. So I can say I can, yes. So I can have from friends' funeral, parents' funerals, their relatives, some of my relatives, everybody, church members. I think my pastor's wife gave me a few that she was going to throw away, and I went, no, 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 don't throw them away.
Yeah, don't throw them away.
They were Mississippi, so she said, well, girl, I said, it doesn't matter. I just put them in there anyway. So yeah. So I'm excited about it. So is anybody excited like me, ready to get their stuff together? You ready to get over?
It's overwhelming, but I'll pull mine together.
Okay. Well, you've already got a process for you since with yours. You're gonna put in your Google Drive and send it to them. So now, where she need to send it? What email does she send it to? And Diane need to send hers to?
His ref.
No,
Oh,
go on and
to this one.
yeah, go on and because his ref will get lost.
Oh, okay.
They can still send it to my Google account.
Email?
Is that your?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
email. Send it that way.
Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat if we don't have it anymore.
It's in there. Berhunt@gmail.com.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, yeah.
It'll get lost in my work email and at his ref too.
I understand that. Happen. So does anybody else have any other questions or any thoughts on the process or the idea? Y'all so quiet tonight. I'm excited by it. I think it's fascinating seeing it come to fruition. I just love it that we can see it. And then I'm looking at Diane's person. I don't have a clue who they are, but I like the funeral program with the butterflies all on. I'm going, oh, that's nice. We're gonna
when you bring your next ones in, you're gonna sit down and do at least a couple of them so you get familiar with the process.
Mine at home. I've got some scanned already on my computer. I thought about Dan. I've got some that I don't have in the book there that people have sent me, through email that I can probably put in Google Drive, and that way, I can add that to it too. So this is giving me some options. I can bring them over there. I can scan them over there, and then those who people have sent me through email. The only thing that I thought about was, what about when you go online, they tell you that someone died and they died in another city, and you have the obituary, but it's not the folded, but it's just there's a nice colorful picture and a lot of information and everything. What about those? Can we submit those if we turn them into a JPEG?
Are you talking about the ones that are not full size, but say like half of that, just a little place card, I call it, that you flip over like that? So
like if you would look, you would Google a person's name for their obituary, and it comes up with the picture and the information of the funeral, when it is, and all this other stuff, and they may have obituary that you would see online.
Oh, okay.
But you didn't, you didn't go to the funeral, so you don't know what they had at the funeral. But sometimes that's the only thing, you see that out there, but you don't have access to the funeral program. So if I made it into a JPEG, how would that work? Could that be done?
It should, if all the information, if there's, as long as we got enough information to put.
Yeah, I got, let me see. I'm going to, if you all keep talking a second, let me run. I'm gonna check on this real quick, because I think I can look once I figure out how to get out of this and switch it to.
If you save as a PDF, is it better to do that than a JPEG sending it? Because it seems like it would be less space that it would hold. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Don't pictures take more space than a PDF file?
Well, our Dig Memphis is using JPEG. But I mean, it's just an extra step, where we'd have to transfer it from PDF to JPEG.
Oh, okay. I thought you could just save it, just touch it and save it.
We could, yeah, we could.
Still the extra step.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't see what I want to do because I can't figure. It's hard for me to figure out what I'm doing here because I can. Look, stop the share. Maybe that will help me. Stop the share.
Yeah.
Is it?
Stop our share.
I don't even know where that's at.
Go. Bring that down. Bring.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah.
That's not it.
Stop. It was up there at the top. Stop the share.
Not here.
Karen, are you still there?
You can.
Did we lose Karen?
No, I'm here. Yeah.
How you stop their share? Can you stop their share?
Not X out. Just minimize it. Right there.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. And the other one should.
This right here.
Bring it back. Yeah, if you bring that back up, then stop the share right there. Up at the top. Top. All the way where the little red right there.
Okay.
Okay. Now.
This
Oh,
is
okay. Now, okay, what I was going to do, I'm trying to, oh yeah, I had to get to my email. Give me just a second and I can show you what I'm talking about better than I can try and explain it to you, but I can show you what it is like. All right, there it is right there. So let's see. I'm gonna copy this link and then I'll put it into the chat. That's what I'll do. And you can see what I'm talking about. Copy address, okay. And let's come back to that. Where's the chat? More chat, okay. And paste. Okay. Now, Karen, can you handle that?
Okay, I'll share. I'll open it and
So is it moving along?
yes, it is. I just had to close some things first.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's not well.
You see what I mean? I have a cousins, and I was doing something accident, looking for something else, and for some reason I don't know what happened, and I saw some name, and I said, "Oh, I have a cousin name," and I tried his name, and it showed I didn't know he was dead, and I was like, "Oh no!" And then do the enlarge, Karen, the whole talking about the whole page, open the page or whatever it is.
You mean just make it larger? Is that?
Yeah, make it large, yeah, because I want you to scroll down because I was trying to do like a yeah. Get that, and you keep going down. See, and then there's a video, but the video, of course, you couldn't see it, but that would be interesting there. But like, click on the video real quick. I'm gonna see whether it will play. Maximize is what I was trying to say. My brain wasn't going to maximize the screen.
Like the Bible. Oh, okay.
So does it maximize?
If I hold on, because if I maximize it, it may not be in the screen anymore.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's what I don't think you see it when I max.
You
But
can,
I can make it a little larger, my screen.
yeah, I was looking at the Zoom ratio thing. That's why I normally kind of. Anyway, that was I thought was I was just
There
really
you go.
excited seeing that, seeing all of that. But of course, you wouldn't get to see all of that, But I thought about the page itself. Those are his parents. Those are one of my great uncles and stuff. It's just amazing the things that are out there that we could capture that first page. But he had been a pastor in Millington and Memphis or whatever, and then he moved to Florida and he died. So not quite that brief, but like that. But at the beginning, go back if you can go back to the beginning now. Just stop that and go back to the beginning. At that, and then I found the link to his wife, so I found his wife's, and it was a pretty picture, the whole obituary, all the information. So I was thinking that maybe I could capture that, in a JPEG still, because it will have the name of it has the family information stuff too. Just one. What I can do is try a few of them and then send them to you and see what you think.
Okay.
Of the ones that I found like that, because I found them online with some of the family members that I had no clue they were in others, from Tennessee, died elsewhere. And that's all I have is a reference to is something like that. It's telling you from E.A. Harrell High School, Holy Marriage, who he married. It's got a whole lot of information. We just don't have the actual card thing, but we got the information.
Right.
So make our collection different. We'll have some references to other things that we found, but I'll work on that in particular because I've got several like that I've held on to because it was so nice.
You can make it into a PDF, like pretend like you're printing, but not printing, but save as a PDF. And then to get the pages, and then you can convert it to, depending on what PDF program you have, you can even separate pages into separate files, because it seems as if when at the library it digitizes and you have a single page, right? Each page is its own separate thing. So, for example, in Acrobat, there is, if you have a particular, Acrobat Pro or whatever it's called, you can separate the pages and have each individual page as its own separate document. And then you can convert each one of those into a JPEG so that you still can have you can put the same kind of file name, image name for each, like the library is wanting it to be in. It's a suggestion.
I'm gonna try it because I know that several like that I've found and discovered family member. I heard that they died, and I went online. I found it, but I, of course, don't have access to the actual funeral program. But I do have the information, like you said, what the person want to know is when they died, where they died, who they were married to, and I found so much information. Some of my research, I've had my best guess, best luck was going through the obituary and reading what they had on there, and then finding pictures. I found pictures of people that somebody had stuck on there, and I go, "Oh, I didn't know that." So that would be helpful too. So I'll kind of look at that and see if anybody else is interested in doing some of that too. Then we can get it all come together. So we'll have a meeting on that as a group as to what we're going to do. Is try to get over there one Saturday and get with Bunny and Virginia. You don't work every Saturday though, do you? Do you work certain Saturdays?
Certain Saturdays. I'm working this Saturday. So
you just have to let me know when you're coming.
Okay, yeah, we'll get it together because that I think that would be nice to come together up there and do some scanning and with some of us that bring their books to maybe even leave if they have to, or we'll work it out. But your thing is going to grow by leaps and bounds. You're at 700 now. Yeah, you'll be in very soon.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
That's the goal. The goal is to go further and further. Miss Barbara, do you have obituaries at your house? You have save obituaries?
I don't, except for I used to keep my mother's that she collected, And she collected mainly for people who had gone to Tidewater Institute
Mhm.
outside of Cape Charles, Virginia, and maybe Black doctors, and also anybody who went to Virginia State or Virginia Union. So when she passed, which was my second last parent, I took them to Virginia State and Virginia Union, and I started a collection for Daddy at Union. I
No,
always,
that was already a part of a collection then. Okay. Because I was ready to grab them for our collection. I'm ready to just put them in the Memphis collection so if somebody
yeah,
starts to find it, you know.
but they have no Memphis connections.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just
So,
because look at you. You had no Memphis connection and you're here. So I'm sitting
yeah,
there on the
so you may give my obituary to the library.
thank you, Barbara. We appreciate that. But anyway, I think like I said, I'm looking forward to it, and I think that we will do well with this project. So everybody, Jerry, you heard that. So everybody who's got obituaries, get them together. And like what I've done is I have mine had them in plastic sleeves, you know, and in a binder. That way it was easier to hand. I've handed off the book, and that way we do it. But if you get some together, Jerry, if you need me to pick up yours for you, that'll be fine because you got maybe have a lot out of Mississippi probably. If you got hold to some of those, or I can scan some for you, whatever. But I said hold. But oh, and one other thing I want to say is thank you, Miss Bunny and Miss Regina. I thank you so much for this opportunity to share and to get something moving that I think that's going to be exciting with everybody once we get to getting them out there. And then when people can go online and see, I'm actually teaching a class with a group in Arizona in June at the 8th of June on researching in Memphis. And I'm going to hopefully, maybe by then you may have started. If not, I'll be able to tell them that it's coming, that you got this digital obituary collection, and that'd be something that people who are out of town who have family members can come to that site and maybe find some family members or missing relatives. I hope somebody finds somebody missing. I love it when you can find somebody you wonder what happened to them, and then you find them somewhere. And that's happened to me a few times. So it's exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm grateful that everybody has been busy working. So Bunny and Virginia, you all have done a great job in getting it started, getting it going. I'm seeing where it's going. I can see the vision, and we're gonna kick in, and we're gonna take y'all right on up to a couple thousand before you know
Sounds
it.
good.
Yes.
I
All right.
appreciate that. Thank you.
We
Thank you,
appreciate
Teresa.
that. Yes.
I might have to beat up on Karen. She's a secret squirrel in our family. She's got all kinds of stuff. So don't tell her how many she has up there.
I know. Yeah.
So you need to get busy, Karen. You're gonna get the scanning and get some, and then maybe even it sends partial. Like you can get 30 or send them, and then do something. It doesn't have to always be at one time. But I know I'm gonna get Lashana, because Lashana has, I know, 3 big binders full of them. So, and then somebody else I talked to recently said they had some too. And then what Sharonda was saying about her mothers, any of them that you've got somewhere, if you know somebody who has some around you, ask them to donate them. Tell them, hey, we need to donate this to the library, to their collection, and we give it back to you if you need it back or whatever. And there are some people who just want to get rid of them. So then let them get rid of them by giving them to the library as opposed to throwing them in the garbage and burning them up and everything. So, okay, Miss Bob.
Just a question. Does anyone have anything on Alma Booth or any of her cohort?
Yeah, I knew you probably would know. Yeah. What do you
I'm
know
sorry.
about?
Who was that? Who answered?
I did. Yeah. Alma Booth. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Are you Bonnie?
Yes.
Do I know you from Joyce?
From
Joyce Pinkston?
Yes, my aunt. Right. She donated. She helped us with our project. I appreciate that.
Wonderful. Well, I started one for Alma.
Okay.
And that was like 10, 12 years ago. There was just stuff, and I said, here, the family didn't want it. So I
Really?
gave it to them. So I'm just saying, if anyone has anything from that era or people she would have known, Alma's is, a duplicate could be put in Alma's as well.
Oh, that I would love to have that. I
Okay.
have her friend Roberta's church's obituary. I mean, funeral
Okay,
program. Hollis Price.
right,
There's some others, but I can't.
okay,
Was Miss Booth, was she a Rulac? Was she Rulac?
yeah,
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, Dr. Rulac was her father. Is that her father?
right.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm on the right page.
Yeah,
Okay. Good. Yeah, all of that will be just wonderful. I'm really excited about this. So I'll be over there next week bringing some more in, getting some more in, so we can move forward. So, will there be a date you'll let us know, Regina and Bunny, when you're actually gonna go live? So to speak, when
Yes, ma'am, we'll let you know. You'll be the
Oh.
first to know.
I'd like to have it on the media. I'd like to tell the world about it on TV.
yeah,
Or MPL downstairs.
yeah, it's a way to do it now. We share it with somebody. And,
We're gonna do a soft opening first.
hey,
A
what you
soft opening.
a soft opening.
We'll do a soft opening.
No, okay. Because you can get, when people may start flooding you with them. That's what I can do with these. I can get rid of them.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that's good. Did you hear back from the gentleman that had a whole lot that he was going to donate?
Not yet.
Okay, so that's all right. I have some other church members that I know that have a lot of them. So we'll just try to get, and I'll just try to get, but I'll keep them separate so that way I won't mix up anybody's stuff. But I'll make sure that mine's in binders and whatever, and anybody else's, I'll keep it in a separate folder or something separate so that you will know who's what. But I'm looking forward to this. I can see on up the road in a short time that we'd be a couple of thousand. I need to know how many Metro Atlanta have, and then we can beat them. That's what I mean.
That's right. I want to beat them too.
Okay, but either way, it's a learning process, and it is really a great aid to research, because I'm telling you, but we have to also understand that everything you see in obituary is not necessarily the gospel.
Right.
Sometimes you have information in there, and they mention some child, and his son. So that's not his son; that's his grandson, or whatever. Because people did that; they would put children in who were raised by the grandparents or whatever, and somebody who was their brother that wasn't really their brother, So, because a friend of mine, someone died years ago, and they had this lady in there, was a church member, and this lady was in there as a sister, and I was going, "Shit, what is sister?" So sometimes, we can't take everything you see, but it gives you a point to research from. Because there are a number of because anything that man does, we know there's always some point of failure somewhere stuck in there. So I love it. Looking at the funeral home, looking at the pallbearers, looking at who everything on it, who sang on it, who preached, and you can find a lot of tidbits from just doing. You can work on obituary to get a lot of information. So thank you all for coming out this evening and sharing in this process. And it is recorded, so you can get to see them scan it again about the process. And then everybody that, if you have any, Barbara, you there where you live, anybody getting rid of any obituaries, tell them, give them to you, and you can turn them over to us. Isn't it you?
Are they asking for anybody's obituary? Any?
If here in Tennessee, not really. To me, it was wherever you get, but mostly, yeah. So,
okay, well,
is that right? Now, make sure I'm saying the right thing, Virginia and Bunny.
Yeah, because
Mid-South.
We get a lot of that with the Mid-South, so that that's going to include Mississippi, that's going to include Arkansas, so a little bit of it's going to, and a lot of people that have died, say in Illinois or other places, but they started here, you know, so
Right.
we're
Okay.
gonna take them. We're gonna take them. Yeah.
Yeah. Good then. We're good then.